God has called us to be in covenant from the beginning of time. He's given us his covenant of promise. That's why they gave us the Old Testament, if you want to call it that. It's the Word of God, the whole Word of God. But you have to learn who God is, what he expects, how he acts. His people that were rescued from Egypt, he made a covenant with them. And he made it at Horeb, which is, I think, about 6 miles difference from Mount Sinai. And Mount Sinai is where he wrote on the tablets of stone with his finger. He wrote those 10 commandments down for Moses to bring to his people, because that's what they desired, to be his people, and he was going to be their God. But when he brought that first set of tablets down, his people had already transgressed and were worshiping a gold idol. So Moses threw down the tablets, and God had a talk with him and wanted to do away with his people. He said, let me destroy them. Let me give you a good group of people that are gonna, obey me. But Moses pleaded with him and said, no, please don't destroy your people. Let me go back down with them. He went down and he had to ask, who is with God? Come with me. And I think it was the tribe of Levi that came to him. And they had to take out about 3,000 men that day that weren't going to obey God, that were just wrong. So Moses had to go back up. He had to bring up tablets himself this time, and God wrote on those the 10 commandments. But then he made him handwrite the sacrificial law, which was put on man because of our transgression, until the seed would come, Yeshua. And he was nailed to that cross to do away with the handwritten law that was on the outside of the ark. God's handwritten with his finger was on the inside of the ark. That was forever. He calls us to be obedient. He has from the beginning of time. And if you get to read from the front cover to the back cover, you get to see who God is and what he requires. He doesn't change. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's going to require the same. He required the same from the people from beginning to the end. And that's obedience. That's how he knows that we are his people and that we want him to be our God. You guys need to get into covenant. You need to follow the 10 commandments. And we're screwing up on those royally in the church. Sabbath is on Saturday. I'm sorry, it's dawn to dawn on Saturday. Dawn Saturday to dawn Sunday. You've got to be keeping that. That's one of his commandments. And we think that we could change it. Yeshua did not do away with that. It's still there. We are wicked people. And if we don't wake up and do what he asks, we are going to be burned in the lake of fire. You've got to follow the 10 commandments. You've got to eat clean. You've got to follow the rainbow covenant to eat clean. And you've got to fulfill the royal law. Think about it. People want to say the thief on the cross next to him, all he did was say, remember me in heaven. No. That thief repented. right in front of Yeshua. He knew he was nothing. And he rebuked his brother, the one on the other side of him. You guys, it's plain and simple. It's right there. Just read the word, you'll see it. But you got to be in covenant in order to do that. He's not going to give you the spirit of truth unless you're going to obey him. I'm sorry. He's not giving you the spirit of truth just because you believe. Because belief without action, without works, is dead. Get after it, people. Wake up. Wake up.